Let's talk today about the new Kentmere 200 film. And it's been years since a major player like Kentmere, which is owned by Ilford, has brought out a new black and white film. So this is the Kentmere 200. Now I've shot some 35mm and I shot some 120. So why don't we take a look at my results and we'll see what I've learned. Now the first thing I want to mention is that it's a box speed of 200, but I ran a couple of tests. Those are a different video. I ran a couple of tests and I've come up with an ISO of 125 for me. Your results may vary, so you can use it at 200, but I found that the 125 gave me the better shadow detail that I'm looking for. Now these shots were all done on a 120 camera with a 180 lens. And basically I shot at f8. So I wasn't really testing the lens, I wanted to test the film. And just to kind of keep it all in a lineup, I've shot the same photo with Delta 100, which is my normal go-to film. So I'm going to go head to head with the Delta 100 against the new Kentmere 200. They're a different film, maybe they're a different for different application, and they're definitely a different price point. The Kentmere is quite a bit less expensive than the Delta 100. So when I set up the scene, I'll take a quick photo or video with my phone, and then I'll show you the results of what I got. Maybe this will be useful to you. So my mode of operation is I've got a Hasselblad 555, I've got two backs, I'm using the Hasselblad 180 lens. I'm going to shoot everything at f11, I'll just adjust the shutter speed. Now from testing already, I've already tested a roll. The Kentmere 200, I'm going to call it ISO 125. And the Delta 100 I actually call 64. So I'm going to open up one stop for the Delta 100. But I'll keep the aperture at f11. So this is the first situation. Now, the pictures are all done at an old shack that I drive by every time I go to town. I've talked to the owners, they don't seem to mind. So the goal, of course, is to not get run over by a car while you're there shooting. Now, with the Kentmere 200, again, I'm shooting it at 125, but with the Kentmere 200, this first shot, I thought the detail was fantastic. So I'm focused on that little bump there right in the very center on the little piece of shingle. And great detail, great shadows. I'm really quite happy with it. I mean, I thought this was a pretty successful photograph. Now, when I'm in the darkroom, so I've processed this and I underdeveloped it. Instead of using 8.5 minutes, instead of using 8 3/4 minutes with ID-11 1:1, I used 7 minutes because I wanted to keep the contrast down a bit. And I also shot the Delta 100. Now the Delta 100, I found it to be a little contrastier than the Kentmere. So interesting, both have great contrast. I would probably underdevelop the Kentmere a little bit more, maybe 70% instead of the 80% that I did. But I'm going to run some tests to make sure I've got the development time right. But fantastic shot, I thought, for the first one. And when you compare it to the Delta 100, the Delta 100 seems a little contrastier, has irrelevantly more detail and slightly better grain, but all in all, I thought the Kentmere 200 was fantastic for this first shot. Now this is the second scenario, and again, I thought the Kentmere 200 was fantastic. It's got a lot of detail, a lot of sharpness. The grain isn't an issue, and even when you compare it to the Delta 100, yes, the Delta 100 seemed a little more contrasty, but either one was able to produce a great negative, I thought. So again, if you can save a few bucks with the Kentmere, why not? Give it a try. This is the third scenario. Again, lots of direct sunlight, and the Kentmere 200 seems to work out just fantastic. Lots of sharpness, again, lots of detail. And yes, I thought the Delta had a little bit more, but overall the Kentmere was fantastic. These last shots are probably my favorite from the day. I really kind of like it as a photograph. I made a little bit better print of it. And this next shot as well, I just thought it was very successful as a photograph. So when I'm in the darkroom printing it, I actually thought I'll make a better print, you know, do a little more burning and dodging. Basically all the prints were straight prints, except for this one that I like. And because I printed the Delta stuff later, I did all the Kentmere prints first, and then I did all the Delta prints. Because I had it in the enlarger and I thought, well, it was the best shot of the day, I made a better print of it, burning and dodging, and that happened to be on the Delta, but you could have easily done it with the Kentmere as well. So it's just that's a great film. So in the end, what do I think? Well, I think it's fantastic. First off, it's fantastic that there's a new film to play with. But great detail, great shadow detail, great sharpness in the pictures that I took. And again, these are my photographs. Your mileage may differ, but very fine grain. So an excellent film overall. And I'm happy to compare it with the Delta 100. I thought it held up very well against the Delta 100, which is my go-to film. I thought when you processed the film, if you went the full 8 minutes, 45 seconds, I felt it was over-processed and the highlights were kind of blocked up for my equipment. But that's why I processed it at 7 minutes instead of 8:45. Which is about 80% of the normal development time. So I'm going to kind of work on that and fine tune that a little bit more just to get those highlights exactly where I want them. But seems to be a great film. If you get a chance to shoot it, I would shoot some. It seemed to hold up very well against the Delta. And I can't wait to do some more and do some with 35mm.